Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Samin here. Today we are going to solve paper of IKSC International Kangaroo Science Contest 2021, and this is of class 5 and 6 Benjamin level. Before that I made video for class 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. Now we will proceed to class 5 and 6. This is the past paper of 2021. So let's start with it. Question number 1 is green Euglena is a small living being which belongs to the following kingdom: bacteria, protists, plants, fungi, animals. So protists is the correct option. Question number 2, which of the following allows the passage of the electric current? Glass. Glass is not a good conductor of electricity. You cannot pass electricity through glass. Plastic is the non-conductor. Wood, dry wood is non-conductor. Vacuum is not a good conductor. And human body is the correct option. Electricity can pass easily through human body. Which of the following are algae? Seaweeds and mushrooms, lichens and ferns, worms and euglena, volvox and spirogyra, amoeba and pine. So number D option is correct, volvox and spirogyra. Number 4, which of the following is not an aggregation state? Aggregation means that a substance which exists in all the three states: solid, liquid and gas. So solid state, magnetic state is the correct option. A magnet doesn't have all the three states, so magnetic state is the answer. Then question number 5, the spine protects the spinal cord. Which of the following animals has spine? The spinal cord is basically the backbone. Now here you can see the options. These are all the sea creatures: scorpions, octopus, corals, crab. They don't have a strong spinal cord. Giraffe has a strong spinal cord because you can see it has giraffe has a long neck and it has a very strong spinal cord. So giraffe is the correct option. Number 6, which of the following statements is true? An electrified material repels a neutral body located near it. All electrified material attract each other. All electrified materials repel each other. An electrified body repels the neutral body brought into contact with it. Yes, this is the correct statement. If you put a neutral body in front of any electrified thing, then definitely it is going to repel that neutral body. So number D option is correct. Number E was a positive electrified body remains positively charged when in contact with the earth. Okay, now number 7, the vertebrate animal that give birth to living young and feeds them with milk is dolphin, rahu fish, crocodile, the penguin, the frog. So dolphin is the one. Dolphin is considered in mammal because it gives birth to its baby. So dolphin, and it also feeds the baby with milk. So dolphin is the correct option. Number 8, the next figure shows 3 bodies made of PVC, polyvinyl chloride, ordinary glass and frosted glass, on which a beam of light falls from a large light source. Now here you can see from the first body A, all the light is passed. From the body B, some of the light is passed, but from body C, no light is passed. So now we are going to tell, make the correct association between the image and the nature of the body material. Number A is polyvinyl chloride. This is PVC. Or number B is ordinary glass. In ordinary glass, some of the rays are passed. Or it is matte glass. Number C is matte glass, like no beam is passing through this glass, matte glass. Or number D option is that number B is matte glass and number A is matte glass. Number A cannot be a matte glass because matte glass is the one, if you see your mobile phone, we put a protector on our mobile phone that is made up of matte glass. Okay, some of the light is passed through it. So number B option is correct. Number B is the correct option, that is matte glass. Some of the light is passed through the matte glass. Okay, now the following animals are found in aquatic environment: crab and beetle, starfish and octopus, jellyfish and seaweed, frog and scorpion, shrimp and bee. So aquatic means the animals or the creatures which live in water. So starfish and octopus. This is the correct option. Starfish and octopus. Number 10. What makes solid, liquids, and gases different from each other? So, what is the difference between how a solid is formed into liquid and liquid is formed into gas? What is the basic change in that which makes them solid, liquid, and gas? And the correct option is that it is different distance between the particles. Okay, in solid, you know that all the particles are compact with each other, they are closely tied, and that makes a solid. But in liquid there is a gap between the particles are slippery and there is a gap between the particles. But in gases the particles are far away from each other, so these particles, the distance of the particles, that make them solid, liquid, and gas. So number C option is correct. Which of the following plants has a capsule that develops spores? Now, fern, pine, seaweed, hibiscus, these are the names of the plants. So, moss. Moss is the correct option. It means that if a capsule is dropped over there, a new moss is formed. Okay, so moss is the correct option. Which of the following is true about the gravitational acceleration? Okay, we already know that it decreases as we move away from the Earth's surface. As we move away from the Earth's surface, the gravitational acceleration decreases. Okay. Now, next is number 13 is when a seed is sown in the ground and watered, it begins to grow. The part of the seed that forms the new plant is from which the new plant is produced, that is called the embryo. Embryo is the correct option. Testa is not a correct option. Testa is basically the seed coat. Okay, the outer covering of the seed, that is called testa. Cotyledon are the two seeds when they are developed, and endosperm is the inside of the seed, and then stigma is the stalk. Okay, these are part of a flower. Stigma is basically part of a flower. So embryo is the correct option. We can say that a train has less kinetic energy than a car moving at the same speed. Can we say that? Definitely we can't say that, because we know what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is basically an energy that is stored in a body due to its movement. Okay, it's a moving energy that helps the thing to move, that is kinetic energy. So train has more kinetic energy than car. Definitely train moves more faster than a car. There is kinetic energy in the stretched sling of the catapult. Okay. Okay, then number C, when we pick up a brick, it can do work due to the potential energy. What is potential energy? Potential energy is it's a energy that is stored in a body when it is in its rest form, when it is not moving. Okay, kinetic energy is due to the motion, and potential energy is due to the state of being at rest. Okay, static, that is the state of rest is produces the potential energy. So this option is correct, that when we pick up a brick, definitely when you will throw it, it has energy in it, and that energy is, it can do work due to the potential energy inside. Chemical energy is a form of kinetic energy. No, one form of energy can't be changed into another form. This is also wrong. So number C option is correct. Number 15, the bean seed and the corn seed have the following common features. Each contains one cotyledon. They contain two cotyledons. They store food in the cotyledon. They have an embryo which protects them. They are kidney shaped. You can see both the beans, both the seeds over here, and the correct option is that they store food in the cotyledon. Both bean seed and the corn seed, both they store food. Okay, from the light source S, the incident beam S1 propagates to the separation surface between air and water. This is number first surface is air, and number second surface is water, and you can see the source of light S is coming and it is striking from the air to the water surface. Which of the following images shows the situation described above? So whatever we have seen, you can you know that when a light comes down from the air and it touches the water, the angle of the light changes. So now you are going to see that how it changes. It goes up, to it reflects back but in the opposite direction. No, this is not correct. Number 2 is that if the light is coming straight in at 90-degree angle, it will move like this at this at 120-degree angle. No, this is not correct. Then if a light is coming like this, then it will move in the same direction. It will not go it will not make any angle. It will go in the same angle. No, it is not correct. Yes, number D option is correct, in which when the light is coming from the air, it slightly bends down. Okay, it slightly bends down in the water surface. So number D option is correct. Number E is definitely wrong, that it will reflect back from the water. Water can pass light. Okay, so number D option is correct. Number 17, which of the following cellular components is present in the plant cell but it is missing in the animal cell? Yes, chloroplast is missing in the animal cell, because chloroplast is the one which helps in photosynthesis. It helps the plant to produce the food, and the animal cells, they do not produce food by themselves. Plant cells, they produce food by themselves through photosynthesis, through the process of photosynthesis, and it happens because of the chloroplast. So chloroplast is missing in animal cell. The Earth's magnetic field is more intense where? At the two poles. You already know this, that at the poles the magnetic field is more. The plant organ located in the soil has the following role. Okay, the plant organ located in the soil. Now what is located in the soil? It's the root. So what does root do? It attracts insects for pollination. It attracts insects for pollination. It eliminates water through transpiration. It absorbs carbon dioxide from the air. No leaves do this job. It absorbs water for photosynthesis. It produces seed after fertilization. Number D option is correct. The basic function of the fruit of the roots is that it absorbs the water from the, it also absorbs the mineral and nutrients from the soil, but the main thing is that it absorbs water from the soil, and that water helps in photosynthesis. About friction, we can say that what is friction? First, you should know friction is when the two surfaces are rubbed on each other, then a heat energy is produced. That is called friction. What friction does? It slows down the object and stops its motion. Yes, definitely. Now, for example, when a car is moving on the road and you just apply the brake, the car stops on the road. Why it stopped? The first thing is that you have applied the brake. Even if you don't apply the brake, the thing, it's going to come to its first position, and that is because of the friction. Okay, friction helps the you can say that friction also produces heat. When you rub your hands with one another, it produces heat, and this heat comes out because of the friction. So it slows down the object and stops its motion. It has the same direction as the motion. No. It has no advantages. No. It does not change the speed of movement of bodies on rough surfaces. No. And during downward fall of the parachutes, their weight forces and the air friction have the same direction. So this is all the other options are wrong, and this one is number A option is correct. Okay, which of the following describe the correct order in which the water and mineral substances absorbed from the soil move through the plant? Now see, here we have the roots, then we have the stem, and then we have the leaves. Now when the roots, they absorb the water from the water is absorbed by the roots in the soil, then it moves towards the stem, and then it comes to the leaves for photosynthesis. So root, stem, leaf, this is the correct you can say sequence. Root, leaf, stem, and stem, leaves, root. These are all the other options are wrong, because the passage is like the water is taken up by the roots, then it goes to stem, and then to the leaves for photosynthesis. So number 2, which of the switches from the next image must be closed so that bulbs B1 and B2 light up? Now here you can see that this is a source of light, and which two sockets should be closed so that we can have the bulb. We are having bulb B1 and B2, B3 and B4, but we have to switch on, lit the bulb B1 and B2. So how we can lit the bulb B1 and B2 if our complete circuit is connected? So how we can connect? Which of the two switches must be closed? K1, K2, K3, K4. Now let's see, definitely from here the current is passing. When the current is going to move from here, K4 should be closed. So it means that in the answer, the one is K4. Okay, when it passes from here and it has to, now it has two parts. Okay, first from here it can go and then here B3, B4, and then it will complete the circuit. Only the bulb B3 and B4 it's going to lit. Okay, now it means that K4 and K3 is the wrong option. Okay, if we move the current from here and it will pass from K2. If the K2 switch is closed, then it will goes to the bulb B1 and B2 and the whole of the you can say the circuit will be complete. But here just find the answer. If is there any option with K4 and K2? K4 and K2, there is no option available here. So it means that K1 will be there. K1 and K4. Switch K4 and K1 should be closed so that the electric current will have a complete circuit and then the bulb B1 and B2 will light up. So answer is K1 and K4. Select the organs that filter the blood and remove the residual substances from it. Definitely how our waste product is separated from our body, from the kidneys. The function of the kidney is that it filters the blood and remove the toxic substances or residual substances away from our body. Okay, so kidney is the correct option. Other, you already know the parts of the body and their function. These are lungs, that helps in respiration. Heart is for beating. Then stomach is for digestion, and the urinary bladder is just to pass out the urine. But the kidney is the one, it filters the blood. It removes all the toxic substances from the blood. Okay, which of the following is a true statement about forces? We can see them? Definitely no, we can't see a force. We can smell them? No, we can know about their existence only through the effects they produce. Definitely. For example, if you are having a ball in your hand and you just throw it on the wall, can you feel the force? You cannot see the force, you cannot smell the force that you have applied on the wall and hit the wall. You can just see it through its effect. Okay, then when the ball will strike the wall and then it will bounce back, to this effect you know that you have applied a force. So number C option is correct. They all produce same effect, they act only on moving bodies. No. Okay, so number C option is correct. 25 is, which of the following gives the correct path of light rays entering the human eye and forming the image? Okay, now you can see here, you already know that image is formed in retina. Image is formed on retina. This is the retina over here. Now here the first layer is of cornea. This is the first one. The first is cornea, and then we have aqueous humor, then we have iris, then we have pupil, then we have lens. Okay, lens and this is the same. Okay, then lens, and then it will come to this victorious humor, and then it will fall to retina. This is the image. Now you have to see the answer. The answer in the first option, it is cornea. Then after cornea it is victorious humor. Victorious humor is inside. Before coming to victorious, it has to pass from the other layers also. So this is the first option is wrong. Number second is aqueous humor. It will not directly come, the image will not directly come to the aqueous humor, you can say the light. First it will pass from cornea. So this is the wrong option. Let's see the next options first. Lens. First lens is not coming, lens is inside, so this is the wrong option. Cornea. Okay, fine, cornea. Then iris. Now iris comes after the aqueous humor, so this is also wrong option. The correct option is that cornea, then aqueous humor, this is aqueous humor, then lens, and then victorious humor, and then retina. This is the correct sequence of formation of the image. Okay, when a liquid changes to a solid, we can say that the phenomenon is called melting. That liquid is changing into solid. Melting is not this. Melting is solid is changing into liquid. So this is wrong. If the liquid is water, it will change into vapor or gas. No. If the liquid is water, the heat energy is lost from the liquid to surrounding. So when a liquid changes to a solid, we can say that liquid is changing into solid. So we can say that if the liquid is water, the heat energy is lost from the liquid to surrounding, and then it becomes the solid. I told you that solid the particles are very tightly compact with each other, they are very close with each other, but in liquid the molecules or the particles, they are very slippery and they are not in contact, they don't have a strong force. So when the liquid is changing into solid, definitely it is going to release a lot of energy into the atmosphere, so that the molecules can come closer and it can make a bond with each other to become a solid. So the heat energy is lost from the liquid to surrounding. This is the correct option. Particles vibrate faster. No, this is wrong. The forces of attraction between particles become weaker. This is also wrong, because in order to make it into solid, the forces of attraction should be very strong, so that they are tightly packed up and joined together. Oxygen is necessary for living things to oxidize substances and produce energy. Oxygen is permanently produced in the process of sweat. No, definitely respiration. In respiration, carbon dioxide is produced. Germination, circulation, this is another form of phenomena. And photosynthesis, yes, in photosynthesis, you know that carbon dioxide is taken from the atmosphere and it is converted into oxygen, and the plants give you oxygen. If you see that the fresh green grass or the shade of the tree, it is very refreshing, you feel very fresh over there. Why? Because it is more oxygen over here. Through the process of photosynthesis, oxygen is released and carbon dioxide is taken by the plants. So correct option is number E, photosynthesis. What is the opposite process of boiling? Okay, now boiling is liquid changes into vapor. Okay, when you boil the water, liquid is changed into its vapor form, gaseous state. Is this evaporation? No, evaporation is not like this. Boiling, you boil the water at very high temperature. Okay, evaporation is taking place all the time. Even if you just put a glass of water or just spill the water on the floor, after some time it will evaporate. So it doesn't need any high temperature, or it doesn't need any temperature. Okay, evaporation takes place all the time, but boiling you have to give a lot of temperature so that the liquid is changed into solid. Then condensation, melting, freezing, distillation. Now you can see that condensation is a process in which the liquid is changed into gas. Okay, sorry, what is the opposite? We have to see what is the opposite of boiling is condensation. Boiling is that liquid is changed into gas. Now condensation is that gas is changed into liquid. This is the opposite of boiling. Gas is changed into liquid. 29. Identify the parasitic organism among the following living things. Okay, parasitic is the one which feeds on the other one, on the other living thing or the being. For example, earthworm. No, earthworm is not a parasite. Taenia, yes. Jellyfish, no. Octopus, coral. The correct option is taenia. Parasitic organisms are those organisms which feeds on the other organisms, which depends on other organism for their food. The image below shows the feeding relationship between the components of a forest ecosystem. Select the correct association. Okay, now this is very easy. See, the first one is grass. Grass is eaten up by grasshopper. Then grasshopper is eaten up by frog. Frog is eaten by snake. And eagle eats the snake. The eagle feeds on snakes. So what do you say that decomposes? Grass is decomposers? No. Producer, snake is producer? No. Consumer is grass is consuming everything? No. Decomposers is frog is not decomposed. Then consumers, eagle, yes. who is getting the output, who is consuming all the thing? The eagle is consuming. So eagles are consumer. In this flow chart, eagle is the eagle is the consumer. So this is the correct option, number E. So that's all for class 5 and 6, and inshallah now I will be solving the paper of past paper of 2020. 2021 is all complete.